What is up, everybody? Circle Flex is here, bringing you another replay cast. This time we're playing the ELC, the AMX ELC BIS, as it's called in the game. We're here on Swamp. We got really good matchmaking. We're in the tier 5 Scout, and the max tier that we're seeing right now is 6, which is really nice. Now, I'm not that big of a fan of Swamp, like, whatsoever. I feel like the changes were, alright, I guess. I mean, it's a bit better than it was. But, it's not that hard to make Swamp better than it used to be. I think this is like the third iteration that I've played on. I think I got, revamped twice now. Still don't think it's a really good map. The beginning of the game is a bit dull here, as we're waiting on heavy tanks and stuff to press their W keys. It's rather tough. And the SU-85 is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go forward and kill some shit. Can't really blame him. This is one of those standard spots that, like, if your own team climbs the hill fast enough, they can spot the people climbing the hill on the enemy team, and then you can shoot them in the sides. It's a rather dull start to the replay, but it gets better, trust me. I played this game not too long ago, so you might remember this one from the stream itself. But yeah, the SH5 is like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take them on all on my own, why not? So I'm like, well, maybe go for the T28, something like that. But just end up staying here. Maybe we'll look at spotted again. M4 is the same idea as me here. So the thing about the ELC, if people don't know, you don't have a fully traversable turret. It's well, the shape, it's not that far. It's like something like this. It's the cone of where you can fire in. But the gun is rather nice. The only downside is the long aiming time. And just 240 alpha with 170 pen, which is ridiculously high if you come to think of it. The Chevy base pen is 98, and the APCR pen is 248. It's like absolutely ridiculous. The only downside is it has a long reload and almost 11 seconds, but you do 240 damage. And the long reload time is basically the worst thing about it. And we'll probably end up seeing that. So the ELC has really good camo, like ridiculously good camo, and then in matchmaking like this, you can be almost near invisible. Until you're like right up in front of them. So the OI gets detonated there. Two-shotted with an ammo rack from the M4 derp gun. And I saw that the KP85 is on low health. And I do a pass by here, trying to avoid the KP1. Ah, yes, that baguette armor, no problem. And that's that move that you saw right there, the handbrake turn. That I think it was introduced with the physics like 2 or 3 patches ago. That actually made the ELC so much better. It was already really good, but being able to turn that quickly with a tank like this is ridiculous, because that was one of the main things. Like if you go past someone, you have to turn all the way around, bring the gun to bear, and then shoot. With the handbrake turn, you're so much faster in doing so that it buffed like all the light tanks and all the mediums that can do the handbrake turns. For the most part, the ELC was the craziest change ever. And I feel like it's a bit under the radar, but being able to do that is ridiculously good for the ELC. And you will see me use it in this replay as well. So I picked up 1 kill, 380 damage. Going for this Cromwell right now, who is a one-shot, and he just fired as well, but he has a short reload. Now I make a mistake here by ramming him. I wanted to do just a handbrake turn and just kill him. So we lost about 110 health there for absolutely no reason. There was no reason for me to take that damage. There's somebody capping as well. Turns out it's the Leo that's driving in circles. I don't know really why people tend to move a lot in the cap circle. Here we see that long aiming time. And we get a nice juicy hit there for 261. 21 above our, alpha of 240. I never get why people move around that much in the cap, especially in the lower tiers. So people haven't really realized yet that you get more camo just by standing still most of the time, That was a pretty cheeky kill there on the Rudy. Don't expect the gun to be that accurate all the time, and I will demonstrate that right now. So there's a Leo here. So that wasn't fully aimed, but still, like, shots like that are just crazy. So we're gonna try and kill this Leo. He's a 52 health. This is where, like, because a lot of the tanks in this tier are rapid-firing guns for relatively low alpha, but they still have like crazy good DPM. If you look at the DPM of some of the tier 5 mediums, it's absolutely nuts. It's just that it, you know, it's a low alpha, but high reload. This is where the ELC kind of has a disadvantage, because if you miss that shot, almost, well, a lot of the other tanks you will meet at your tier, like tier 6 or so, will have like an insanely good reload. So if you miss, for example, if I missed his T-67, I was up close to him and he was shooting me. He could shoot me like 4 or 5 times reliably, you know? So you have to be really careful with those shots. We do end up shooting me in the face there, which is really nice. 4 kills. We're a bit of a dire situation. It's just me and the OI right now. It's pretty nuts. SU-100Y is on the 9-0 line. And these two guys are both one-shots, which is rather nice. So I'm trying to go as close and cheeky as possible. And finish him off as well. Do a little drive-by, because the D67 is still alive. He gets alongside the OI experimental. 1 health. I'll take it, no worries. So that's a top gun for me. The OI is still alive, but we're facing an E2 that's not very good, and he also killed somebody on the enemy team, so thanks for that, I guess. The OI actually gets RT'd, so I'm on my own versus 3 people. The E2, the SU-100Y, the M44. Now the SU-100Y is still on full health, which means I have to hit it like 3 times, probably 4 times, depending on how lucky or unlucky I get. So we put in a cheeky shot there. It does miss, but you know, these raids you just have to take all the shots you can take. So the problem right now is that I have no clue where that E2 is. He was never spotted. He just team kills. Oh, there he is. Alright. I see how it is. No luck. We don't get spotted, however, which is really nice. Sometimes you have to be a bit lucky like that to get replays like this. And I think that's for most replays, really. If you get like a really good replay, like an insanely good replay, there's usually a bit of luck involved, because, you know, if I was really unlucky, then the Crusader would have been like on like full health, or he would have shot me or stuff like that. But the E2 is here, and he's almost on full health. Again, relatively unlucky for me, because I need to hit him about 3 times. Again, you see the long aiming time. I do end up moving straight away after firing, figuring that like I'll probably get spotted because I fired as well, losing all your camo. But he actually doesn't end up spotting me, which is rather nice. So we do a little dance here as we're reloading. I'm reloading into the AP Star because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with a bang. I'm gonna try my best to just to win it, and I don't want to lose because I have a low pen roll or something like that. Even though the pen is sick at like, what was it, like 170. So here's the E2. He has the derp gun, which means I'm a one-shot. And here we see the handbrake turns, trying to evade the turn as much as possible. We do end up tracking him, which is really, really nice for me. Get a low roll there. Unbelievable. He's on 3 health. He should have been dead already. There we have the artillery. And we take him out. Obviously not a very good player, but still fun to do. Regardless. And the artillery misses us, giving us 7 kills. Now we know that it's highly likely that the SU-100Y is the one that is capping, because he was rather close to it like a minute or so ago. So we are on 7 kills and 2,000 damage. And actually we are in a pretty good spot right now, because we have the view range advantage, the camo advantage. So all we gotta do now is spot the SU-100Y, who is capping, making it easier for me because I know exactly where he is. We missed the shot again. Like I said, the gun can be insanely infuriating at times, even while it's fully aimed. So we do almost 250 there. That's a nice little roll, about 9 above average. So now he's unspotted again, probably because of the bush. We spot him. Again, you can see the long aiming time. But because he's never gonna spot me with that thing. We take him out as well, bringing us up to 8 kills. And now there's just artillery alive. Now, with 5 minutes left, And being on Swamp, there's no real way of me telling where he is, because he could be just about anywhere. But what I'm thinking right now is that, like, I'll just look for him for like a minute or so and then just start capping. And being a tier 6 artillery, I'm gonna need to load the HE to one-shot him. So that's exactly what we do. If we get unlucky, we have to two-shot him, but if I get lucky, we one-shot him, so that's rather nice. So I'm just looking here, seeing if the RT didn't move at all. But the thing about why I'm also loading HEs is a good thing is because if I get unlucky with HE, I need to two-shot him. If I get lucky, it's a one-shot. But if I just load AP, I need to two-shot him anyway, or get a ridiculously high roll with the AP. So we do look around for a little bit. And as we reach the 4-minute mark, I'm like, well, maybe I should just start capping, because he could be just about anywhere, and I'm going to lose out on time, and it might be a draw. So he ends up capping, which gives me literally all the information I need. So I'm like, alright, well, I got 3.5 minutes. He's in my cap circle. There's no way, even if he leaves the cap circle right now, there's no way he can escape. So I just have to be careful here, because it's still artillery. That can one-shot me if he gets lucky. Chances are, though, that I will outspot him, so I'm just going to go in for the kill. And if anything, I couldn't go back to cap myself because he started capping earlier than me, so it would have been a loss. But capping here was perfect for me because I know exactly where he is now, so I can take my time. I have like 50 seconds right now. Take a nice position here. So we have the HE loaded, and I'm just like, all right, let's go maybe for the lower plate-ish. And I think we end up hitting the tracks or something, and we don't pen him actually. He takes a ridiculous snapshot. Keep in mind, I am not spotted, and he moves his entire chassis. So that's that. But what a ridiculous shot in the end by artillery. Like, that would have been quite something if he would have hit me there and maybe even killed me. Like, I think he hit the right bush here, and he was moving and everything. It was a crazy, crazy shot. But we do end up killing him, giving us 9 kills and almost 3,000 damage. Now, I hear you say, you know, I've seen better damage games, but you have to keep in mind, we're only facing tier 6, which is really good matchmaking, but that also means that the health pools, like if you calculate all the health pools here, it's rather low compared to like the tier 7 or 8 game, because the health pools get way, way, way bigger. So doing 3,000 damage in a game like this is pretty ridiculous, but let's take a look at the post-game stats. Alright, so a quick look here at the post-game stats. Obviously an ace. I mean, come on. It's Bradley Walters for picking up 9 kills. You got a Bradley Walters at 8, so we almost got a pool, so we got another one. Top Gun for 6. Defender, because, well, we defended versus the Leo, the SU-100Y, and the artillery piece in the end. Those were all in our base, which is rather nice. Doing almost 3,000 damage. Absolutely no spotting whatsoever. We defended for about 100 base capture points in total. Absolutely no assistance, no spotting, no nothing. And we go away with about 9,000 damage, shooting a bunch of APCR in the end, and using the food consumable for 20,000. So we would have made a lot more if we weren't using the food. But overall, a really nice game, I'd say. We got a little bit lucky, and hopefully showing you guys how cool the handbrake turn is, especially on the ELC, which is probably the biggest buff to it. That might have slipped a little bit under the radar. So I highly recommend, if you haven't played the ELC yet with the new physics, to do check it out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little game here. I'll be uploading more and more on YouTube, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.